Ed Reardon's Week by Christopher Douglas and Andrew Nickolds. Episode 6. Granddad.
No, I don't think we need to do under the Dimplex. Now, Elgar, come here. Oh, really? Don't be such a baby. It couldn't possibly have hurt. I just had to get the loose hairs off you before they attach themselves permanently to the sofa, cutting out the middleman, and, as you should know, being a great deal kinder to the planet. Have you any idea how much this is costing me in electricity? That's before we've even tackled the penumbra of dried go-cat around your bowl. I'd better do that too. I'll be here in a minute.
Monday. The late Cyril Connolly was correct. There is no more sombre enemy of good art than the pram in the hall. He was, of course, writing at a time before online poker and afternoon repeats of Columbo, which are even more inimical to literary creativity. But I'm sure that if I did have a pram, or indeed a hallway, then Jane Seymour's Household Hints would never have been written. What I do have, however, is a new grandson, whose mother, my daughter Ellie, has insisted on my flat being spruced up so it's no longer like, and I quote her email, a farty old tramp's doss house, Dad.
Doss house, indeed. That isn't how you spell squalid, either. When did that building across the road go up? Right, here they are, Elgar. Best behaviour. In fact, why don't we shut you in the bedroom? Better be on the safe side. Don't want you picking up a bug from a baby brought up in a commune or wherever it is they're living now. Yes, coming. You get this impatience from your mother.
All right, mate.
I'm afraid Mr. Reardon is away at the moment. He's in Columbo.
Yeah, it's all right. I've only got to take his telly back. He hasn't paid his rental. £6.50 a month. How big a loser do you have to be not to afford that?
Well, maybe he has other commitments. He's a very busy author.
Too busy to read his contract. 3 months arrears, back it goes.
Well, perhaps he didn't read his contract because it said at the top, this is the boring, small, printy stuff that nobody bothers to read, but we kinda like you to check it out. I mean, really.
I've seen some service this. Looks like it's been in Afghanistan. Oh, what's he been throwing at the screen?
Well, he's obviously been disappointed in the quality of the output, and who can blame him?
Yeah, library book. Fallen down behind it. Ian McEwan, Chesil Beach.
Possibly he threw that at Mark Commode on the Culture Show, thereby killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Or pebble, indeed, purloined or otherwise.
Well overdue, this. Well, I don't hold much hope for them getting their fight.
Hi, Dad!
Oh, Ellie, hello.
Hey, you're a little cute one, aren't you?
What's going on? Oh, Dad, you're not having your TV repossessed?
No. He's just having his equipment upgraded. Aren't you, Mr. Reardon?
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah. And, word to the wise, if you go in plasma next time, don't chuck liquids at it.
I won't.
So when did you get the new one?
Oh, no rush. Anyway, it's not very good for the baby. Better off without it.
Oh, well, thanks a lot, Dad. I was going to settle him down in front of it for a couple of hours.
Oh, it is a he, then. I wasn't sure. I seem to have been kept out of the loop vis-à-vis recent family developments. Hello, what's your name, then?
Smile.
I am doing. He's trying to smile back, aren't you, little chap? He's saying, I'm not sure.
No, Smile's his name.
Of course.
Bill wanted to call him Freddie.
Well, nothing wrong with that.
What, Freddie Mercury? To please his head of department. Oh, because there's a whole political thing going on at Sussex over the chair of glam rock studies.
I imagine so.
But I won, didn't I, Smiley?
Something of a Pyrrhic victory. Pity I couldn't have met him earlier and had my own say.
Well, we did invite you to his Welcome to the World party. It was on his MySpace page. And we sent you the train fare.
Yes, on Grand National Day, as I remember. I hardly call that responsible parenting.
Well, now's your chance to make up for all the time you've missed with him. Here's his bottle. He has his biscuits at 1 o'clock.
But, no, where will you be?
Leighton Buzzard. I'm going to a Florentine tumbling course.
Ah, good to have something to fall back on if the dream catchers aren't selling so well.
And it's really important he gets a sleep in the afternoon.
'Tis for me, too. Is it all right if we get our heads down together for a couple of hours?
No, because he might need changing. So here's his bag.
Right. Oh, that's a very big smile.
Oh, means he needs doing now. Wipes are in the side pocket. Cheers!
Excuse me, is this your dinosaur?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Would have been the end of the world if that had gone. I'd have been extinct after I got home.
Can't see the rest of it, I'm afraid.
No, the legs went in the canal weeks ago, but she's still very attached to the head.
Snap.
What?
We seem to have similar pushchairs.
Oh, yeah. It's the best one I've tried. German, I think. But who cares as long as it gets us where we need to go? Masses of space underneath for supermarket shopping. Nappy sacks, too. And it hardly takes any room up in the hall when it's folded away.
Yes. You don't find it a bit of a lowering presence in the hall, do you? Deterrent to work?
Oh, this is work. It's a full-time job. Wouldn't have it any other way. Looking after this one's about the most enriching thing that's happened to me. And she's so bright.
Smile's pretty sharp, too. Just walking down the towpath now, he knew exactly what was going on. He could tell the swans from the bin liners. Yeah, I think he's very gifted.
Smile, eh? Was that your choice?
No, not entirely, but I'm getting used to it now.
Same with Rainbow. Realistically, I wouldn't have got away with Len Hutton even if she'd been a boy. I tried for Sarah, but the boss wasn't having any of that either.
Of course, that's the great advantage of a name like Smile. It does for both. I suppose he might suffer a bit of teasing at school, but I don't think that'll go on for long. Not with a physique like that.
How old is he exactly?
A few months and a bit. But he's so advanced. I imagine we'll end up having to fork out for a special school before long.
I think we're going to go with the local place. We've only got one salary coming in. It's a good one, but it becomes expensive, all this.
Oh, don't tell me. I've just had to buy 2 lollies.
So, what does your missus do, then?
Oh, well, I'm the wage earner, actually.
Really? How'd you manage that?
I'm a writer, so I can work when I like and make the time to look after his nibs here.
Oh, I envy you. I'm a kept man. Still, it means I don't have to do any other work. No 12-year-old managers to worry about. No debts. Right. Rainbow. Time we made a move.
Where are you off to?
Let's see. Monday. Waitrose. Get Mummy's supper and her economist. Then maybe have a look round Waterstones as a treat.
Mind if I join you?
Oh, not at all. Might help if you took the brake off.
What? Oh, yes. That's quite a lot easier. It's always instructive for the creative artist to inhabit different characters from time to time, in my case a new father not in the first flush. On the other hand, the encounter with my new male mum-chum, or pop pal, or house homie, as they're doubtless called on dedicated websites, undermined the argument for being creative at all. Why bother working when you can be paid to sit at home doing bugger all, stuffing yourself with Waitrose goodies? Cyril Connolly, thou shouldst be pushing a buggy along the towpath at this hour. The pram in the hall can also be a force for good, and if D.H. Lawrence and George Orwell had spilt their seed more judiciously, then they could have been wrestling with nothing more morally complex than which Rick Stein to cook tonight. True, the world would have been denied women in love in 1984, but on the other hand, it is anyway, judging from the asinine drivel passing itself off as classic fiction on the shelves of Waterstones.
Oh, look, Rainbow. The new Ben Elton.
Look away, Smile.
Yeah, I don't think his last 6 or 7 have been quite as good. Mind you, he's a family man too now.
That's no excuse. If I can do it, so can he.
And he's been busy working on his Queen musical. Oh, I'd love to go and see it, but obviously there's no way.
No doubt it'll still be running when the ice caps have melted and rainbows at university.
Let's hope so.
I can probably get you a ticket, actually. My son-in-law's professor of glam rock at Sussex University.
God. Oh, you're so in the loop. You know, I think I'll give Ben another chance. Yeah, I've still got £7 in today's allowance.
That's right. You assert yourself, my friend. Come along, Smile. We're off to the children's section.
Home's abroad, me. See you again.
Now, the first thing you need to know, Smile, is that children's has an apostrophe between the N and the S. Learn that and you won't go far wrong. Now then, Elgar, I'd like you to meet Smile, your... Well, it's hard to say what the blood relationship is exactly. But... Oh, Elgar, don't go scuttling off. He just brought up a bit of juice, that's all. It ill behoves you to point the paw of reproof in a matter of regurgitation. I merely mentioned the words go-cat. Oh, heavens, it's gone all over one of the Wisdons. Immediate action called for. Now, did Jane Seymour have something to say about this? Right, hint number 254, stubborn stains. Bicarbonate of soda and Fortnum's Vichy water. I must have made that up. Tap will do. Yes, just a minute. Ellie, what's the matter? Have you hurt your back?
Yeah, my own fault. Shouldn't have been attempting a pantalone squat turn straight after lunch.
Oh, we've all done it.
How's Smile been?
Oh, in sparkling form. We've got quite a rapport going, he and I. Do you know he threw his rubber frog at a no smoking sign in the bookies?
He hasn't got a frog. Did you give him his biscuits?
No.
Why not?
Well, I didn't think they were very nutritious, so I threw them away.
You've got crumbs in your beard.
Yeah, I didn't say it was an accurate throw. Now, if you don't mind, I must attend to this wet wisdom crisis. Oh, dear, all over Tom Graveney.
Dad! That's not Smile!
Isn't it? You sure?
Yeah! Pink baby grow!
Oh, yes, you're right.
Where's my son? Dad, where is he?
No, just calm down.
Dad!
Retrace our steps. Ladbrokes, Threshers, Ladbrokes again.
Oh, come on!
And before that, Waterstones. Ah!
What?
That's the solution. This isn't Smile, it's Rainbow. Shouldering a different burden altogether.
Who the hell is Rainbow?
Right, we need to act very swiftly here.
Yeah?
Because for all we know, Mr. Househusband's out there sullying the boys' ears with the new Ben Elton. Come, Ellie, time is of the very essence.
Tuesday. Fortunately, Rainbow's father was standing in the children's section with little smile and an ashen face. This was not, as would have been perfectly understandable, at the quality of so-called books on sale, but the dread of having to explain matters later to she who must be given her Waitrose dinner. The status quo was restored, and Smile was safely strapped into the back of Ellie's car, tired but happy after his day's adventure, and from what I could make out of his demeanour behind the Garfield sun visor, eager to reacquaint himself with his grandfather during Ellie's Module 2 clowning session next week.
Well, we'll see, Dad.
If he's going to be a regular visitor, perhaps he would have a more formal arrangement.
Yeah, because this one didn't work too well, did it?
I'll tell you what, give me, £20 or something, and we'll call it quits for today's childcare, and I'll get some supplies in ready for next time. Or not, it's up to you. Are there any car sweets in that tin?
£5, that's all I've got.
Bye-bye, Smile. Bye-bye.
So an up ending to the day. Moreover, the amusingly accidental switch of infants gave me a rather good idea for a work of children's fiction worthy of the name, which I duly presented to my agent.
Oh, not you as well. This is what happened to my friend Sophie when she sprogged up.
What do you mean, Pig?
Her brain just turned to like mashed banana. Why does everybody think they can write a kid's book?
Well, they clearly can't. I was in a bookshop with my grandson the other day. Well, I say bookshop, it's more like a rehab centre. Every single children's story on the shelves about broken homes of dysfunctional this, abusive that, drunkenness, drugs.
Country's gone to the dogs. Oh, you log-head hippies. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, you make fun, but this pernicious cult of Tracy Beaker and her delinquent cohort... I mean, whatever happened to the Secret Seven, Biggles?
Oh, yeah, right, Ed. 4 guys in a plane swapping leather helmets.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. The death of innocence I'm talking about. Christopher Robin, Winnie the Pooh... You can play poo sticks anymore. It'll have to be poo syringes.
No, now that sounds tremendously commercial. Update Winnie the Pooh for the noughties. Get Irvin Welsh to narrate it. He's very cuddly these days.
Hello, Felix. I've had a very good idea.
Ed Reardon and a good idea. What's wrong with that sentence?
Hello, Jazz.
Ping, Jazz and I are going out for a working lunch to discuss his next movie.
Oh, there'll be a next one, will there? Despite the last effort, that's 2.25 hours of my life I'll never get back.
What would you do with them if you had them? Nothing much, I'll bet. Come on, Felix, the cab's waiting.
Oh, don't leave me alone with him. He's had an idea for a children's book.
Oh, Lord, it too, Ed. Our basement is groaning with the effluvia from clients who have recently entered into parenthood.
Icky stuff they think their kids will want to read. So boring. And then they keep going on at you about which bits of the Selfridges toy department they want merchandise in.
Well, my idea would have rather more edge to it than that.
It's an intolerable burden upon the agency's resources, and I'm very sorry to say that the problem won't go away until we have mandatory sterilisation for authors.
Cab, Felix.
Oh, goodness, yes, it's 12:05.
What it is a modern version of The Prince and the Pauper.
What?
I imagine the publishers would want to call it something like The Toff and the Chav, but I'm sure Mark Twain wouldn't mind.
Oh, we'd have to check that.
He's been dead nearly 100 years, Pig.
Oh, great! Results!
You know, Ed, for once in your life you've come up with something that's not totally ludicrous.
Thank you, Jazz. High praise coming from the director of Young Godzilla.
Why don't you draft a couple of dozen pages of treatment, then we'll have a drink when I get back from lunch.
No, this is going to be a proper children's novel.
Well, Ed, you do whatever it is you have to do. Now, come along, Jazz.
Specs, Felix, or you won't be able to see your starter.
Oh, thank you, Ping. Someone in this literary agency talking sense at last. Novel.
"I'm afraid the limousine's broken down, sire," said the chauffeur to the prince, "so we'll be late for the banquet. But you wait in this lay-by on the edge of the forest while I walk back to that filling station and buy some... well, not go-cap. Smoked salmon." "Very well," said the prince. "One will listen to one's iPod. Or should that be one pod? No, that's a bit over their heads. I wonder how much the Children's Laureate gets paid. Google. Children's Laureate money. No. Try Poet Laureate. Blimey. 35 grand and a barrel of sherry from the people of Spain. Just for writing rubbish about the royals. You are so gracious, your palace is spacious. How many bottles in a barrel? 700? I mean, even if the Children's Laureate only gets half that, it's still 350 bottles of sherry, Elgar. I mean, that'll see us past Christmas. Right. Suddenly, there was a sinister knock on the car window. Eerie. Just a minute. Coming.
Hi, Dad.
Ellie? Hello, Smile. Wasn't expecting you till tomorrow. Still, I expect we can find something to do, eh? Up for lunch, and I'll read you my new story.
Hi, Ed. How's it going?
Hello. Enter, like the exorcist in the film of the same name, the priest, in the shape of Ellie's stepfather, the Reverend Tim. My former wife, Janet, is a remarkable woman in many ways, always liable to do the unpredictable, like changing the locks with almost no provocation and moving to Cornwall without telling me. But her most bewildering course of action yet, as I referred to it in the good luck telegram I sent on their wedding day, was to throw in her lot with the whey-faced beanpole streak of communion wine who proceeded to make himself comfortable and slurp my tea as he contemplated his next diabolical move.
Lovely. That hit the spot.
Good.
Okay if I put the cup down on this pile of newspapers?
The other pile, if you don't mind. I haven't read those yet.
Oh.
Yes, you are a lucky boy, Smile. 2 granddads in the same room. One of them real.
And one who remembers his birthday.
So, you're just dropping in on the way to a synod or something? Incorporating Sharia law into the flower-arranging rota?
Oh, that's a good one. No, actually, it's you we've come to see, Ed. We thought it would be nice to have a bit of a chat about your future.
We've had a family powwow.
Oh, literally, no doubt, in an authentic Indian teepee at Glastonbury.
No, Café Rouge, actually. We didn't have time at Glastonbury. It was such a blast this year.
So I believe from the television, which showed nothing else from 8 o'clock in the morning till midnight.
But you still haven't got a new telly yet.
No, as I say, I've got all these papers to read.
Here's the thing, Dad.
Oh, yes, the thing. I can't wait to be enlightened by the thing. What's the thing this week, pray?
This, actually.
Sheltered housing for the distressed and disadvantaged. What, are you collecting money for this? I'm afraid charitable donations will have to take their place in the queue.
No, Dad, we thought you might like to live in Charterhouse Court.
But these are almshouses.
No, that's such an old-fashioned term, I always think. It conjures up a picture of Maundy money and butts of Malmsey.
Well, attractive as you make it sound.
Well, that is absolutely not what your Sunset Years all-one-word.org is about. I wouldn't have got involved if it was.
So you're trying to inflict your charity on me?
We don't think you can be trusted anymore to look after yourself. I mean, you lost Smile. Your flat's a health hazard. Next thing, you'll be leaving the gas on.
Oh, there's no danger of that. They cut it off last week.
And you can't pay your bills either.
Please have a look at the literature, Ed, because I might be able to pull a few strings.
Oh, you mean by having a word with the big man upstairs?
No, they're all bungalows, Dad. There aren't any stairs.
And it gets better. They allow pets, so you could take Puss with you.
His name's Elgar, not Puss. It's like calling Jesus Mr. Happy. Which they no doubt do on Wednesday nights down at the Charterhouse Court.
It's completely non-denominational, and the family would be more than willing to set up a direct debit to pay those, awkward little bills of yours.
I believe this is what's called an intervention. It's one step away from sectioning.
Well, obviously we didn't want to go down that route.
But Mum did mention it. And it'd be somewhere clean and safe for Smile to visit you.
Yes, and that'd be nice, wouldn't it, Smile?
Oh, look what he's done. 'Tis like The Exorcist, after all. Thursday. I did, of course, offer the Reverend Tim the services of my bathroom to clean the strained vegetable off his face and dog collar, but he chose to spurn my charity, preferring the public conveniences down the road, which I admit I've been obliged to use myself, following a recent altercation with a plumber over the precise interpretation of settlement within 30 days. It so happens that the conveniences are adjacent to Charterhouse Court, so I took the opportunity to have a recce, as we say in the business, on the way to my creative writing class, where I presented my latest work in progress.
You've lost me a bit there, Mr. Reardon. How come the chauffeur thinks it's the prince when the other youngster's got a hoodie on?
He's wearing the prince's iPod and the boys look identical.
Are they related then, the rich one and the poor one?
No.
Well, why not? What's your backstory?
Backstory is it's been done about 200 times already, and a lot better. Errol Flynn, that was a good one.
You need to go back and think about it.
Do some work instead of mooching round town all day. I saw you round those almshouses, peering in one at windows, counting the satellite dishes.
I was doing some research into the pauper side of the story.
You don't want to get too close to that place. Go into Charterhouse Court and you don't come out until it's feet first.
You do if they catch you working. Double quick. Bloke I knew, he got one of them houses and he was still a plumber on the sly. Put my outside tap in, did the whole road. Someone snitched on him. Not me.
Really? So you're not allowed to earn any money at all if you're a resident there?
No, you have to be impoverished.
Oh, you'll be all right then. They'd have you like a shot.
It's the prince side of the story you need to research.
Well, the Earl of Wessex paid a visit to those almshouses last year, poured him a cup of tea, had a go at the salsa, and straight back on the helicopter.
Very interesting. Just to get back to the subject of children's fiction...
And you'd have to give this up.
Oh, that's a shame. I'd miss the creative writing night. We wouldn't snitch on you.
I might.
Oh, Stan, you've learnt a lot from Mr. Reardon's lessons.
Have I?
Yeah, what about that poem you wrote, In the Voice of the New Roundabout?
That's true. Talent I never knew I had.
And I'd never have read Catch-22 if you hadn't recommended it.
Well, I'm very touched.
No, I'm not saying I got to the end of it.
I must say it was gratifying to hear that my writing class had gained something from my labours over the last 3 years and hadn't merely been coming to the leisure centre as a way of keeping their heating bills down, something I myself have found to be one of the hidden benefits of teaching, along with the free light bulbs and toilet rolls. Nevertheless, this too had to be weighed in the balance, part of the great debate raging inside me. A comfortable and secure future, with all found, regular royal visits and all the scope for Republican invective which that affords the hospitaller. Against that, all the uncertainties of a writing life with its many slings and arrows which continue to pierce my flesh in a manner that would tempt even St. Sebastian himself to put his name down for an almshouse with a built-in cat flap. Hello?
Oh, hi, Ed. Just wondering how, The Prince and the Povo's going?
Well, it's progressing, though not under that title. I was thinking more along the lines of Wills and Wayne.
Yeah, whatever. Thing is, Jazz is gagging for a treatment.
Is he prepared to pay for it?
No, we're all working for nothing at this stage.
Oh, poor us. It's a stage that seems to get longer by the day.
But he's going to Tesco's next week.
More fool him. He wants to get himself down to Asda.
No, their movie division. They're going into film production now, and this would be right up their street.
Or their aisle, indeed. I can see a Prince and the Pauper range of ready meals. Tray of oven chips with a little sachet of foie gras on the side, like those yoghurts with corners on. Hello? Oh, no, gone.
Haven't gone, Ed.
No.
I'm putting a copyright tag on this phone call right now. That idea is so brilliant. That's why you're a writer, and that's why you're going to do this treatment by Monday morning.
Once upon a time, Ping, there was a writer who worked for over 30 years for practically nothing. He put up with broken promises, discourtesies that wouldn't be tolerated in any other workplace, and such fees that did come his way were not only nugatory, but up to 8 months late.
Shall I just give you Jazz's new mobile number? Would that be easier?
No, because he's mistaken if he thinks he can take advantage of my good nature any longer. Because it's not going to be a movie, which I shall tell him when I see him at the christening on Sunday.
Oh, no, not another kid Jazz hasn't told us about.
Morning, Granddad. You're dressing the part. Have you come on from a Wurzel Gummidge convention?
At least I'm wearing a suit.
Yes, but this was a gift from Nicole Kidman.
And I'm wearing socks.
Pity they don't quite match. That's always a giveaway with sandals. Now, I've been thinking about this movie by Jas Milvain about the Prince and the Pauper, which I do think is a very strong idea.
Well, yeah, it's strong enough to withstand being made every other year for the last 100.
So it's tried and tested. The market research has been done. It can't fail, even with you on board. But you're right, let's put an original spin on it.
Oh, don't tell me, they're both superheroes.
Nearly, but they don't know it. They both have undiscovered superpowers. Then one day, Christmas Eve,
adds a bit of pathos. One of them swept out to sea.
So now it's the Prince and the Paupers.
Doesn't have to be the poor kid. The rich one could be the prince of an underwater kingdom. Think with that.
Dad. Hello, Jazz.
Ah, my favourite goddaughter.
Where's Smile?
Oh, he's with his father. Bill singing We Are the Champions to him to get him in the right mood.
Ah, right, I'm going to get a good seat. I need to sit down anyway, because I'm dizzy at the thought of all the money you and I are going to make, Ed, me old China.
Get thee behind me, Satan. Actually, no, don't. I'd rather not turn round to say peace be with you and be forced to shake your hand.
Satan! Bring him in at the start of Act 2. Ricky Gervais owes me one.
Why are you talking to him, Dan?
Oh, the band's got a gig next week. We were just talking through the running order.
No, you weren't. Look, we've agreed that you're going to give up writing, which is a total waste of time, and take up the place in Charterhouse Court.
No, we agreed that I'd think about it, which is what I would set myself to doing.
When?
In due course. Shouldn't we be going in? I'm sure I heard Tim tuning up his marimbas.
Dad, whatever job Jazz is trying to get you to do, it's going to go wrong. It'll be just like all the other jobs. You'll end up with about 250 quid if you're lucky. They'll get somebody else to do it. Jazz will shaft you and you'll be back where you started. Is that what you want?
Oh, well, what goes around comes around, I suppose.
No, Dad, as far as you're concerned, it's gone around and it's stuck round the back.
Having a smoke. Now, there's an idea. Just time for a pipe before the ceremony, I think.
Dad, stop running away and face up to reality.
Ah, hello, hello, welcome, Ed. You're looking very spruce.
Now, tell me, Tim, did you paint that big yellow sign saying time to download the Lord all by yourself?
Shut up, Dad. Tim, is Smile okay?
Yes, and joyous news. The little fellow's just said his first word.
Oh, wow! What was it?
Well, it was more an utterance, really. I don't know if there's a comment on the prayer I've composed for him.
What did he say?
Well, it sounded like sheer asininity.
Really? Well, I look forward to seeing more of this infant prodigy.
That can always be arranged, Dad.
So, Ed, have you reached a decision on Charterhouse Court?
Yes. Yes, I think I have.
Ed Reardon's Week starred Christopher Douglas with Nicholas Bolton, Stephanie Cole, Lisa Coleman, John Fortune, Philip Jackson, Rita May, Barunka O'Shaughnessy, Dan Tetzel, Kim Wall and Geoffrey Whitehead. It was written by Christopher Douglas and Andrew Nickolds. The producer was Dawn Ellis.